I grew up very poor, a very poor boy. And I don't like to see poverty at all. And knowing what I went through in life and how we migrated to America and began to really work hard to get all our education, and God began to bless us in many ways, and especially blessing us with 4 children. I remembered in 2007 when I went first to my mission trip in East Africa, Uganda, East Africa. I came back here crying like a baby because of the poverty that I saw in the land. It was so much. Children with their clothes all torn apart and diseases all over. So I remember one particular village that we went to, about 8 hours away from Kampala. I emptied my pocket. I emptied every money I had, and I was crying, and one of our missionaries called me the crying prophet. So poverty is a very painful thing for me to behold, knowing that when my mom died at age 2, and my father, who wasn't really there as a subsistent farmer, would always be in the farm to try to get food for us to eat. So it was just like my dad was alive, but I was living as an orphan because no one was able to take care of me. So the heart of poverty is painful to my heart. First of all, once we arrived in Kampala, East Africa, we traveled 5 to 8 hours away from the capital city to go to where the problem exists, where people could not go to see the doctors or even have any clinic around them. Sometimes I wonder, how could someone live with this kind of illness without seeing the doctor? Before we arrive in these villages, we will hire doctors and nurses that speak their language and buy medication with our own money. And then we usually have 2 days of medical and eye care outreach for that. But it is just one of the ways that we draw them closer to Christ, knowing that these people came from afar. They came here not only to minister medicine to us, to minister eye care to us, and also to feed us, because we feed them when we go there. So the more we go out to these villages, we don't go to one particular village every time we went, but we walk with the pastors. We'll go to just like Jesus Christ said, let's go into the other town or the other village so that we can also minister the gospel to them. I remember in 2022, we came to a place called Kasowe. And there was about 5,000 people waiting for us. And when I came out from the car, what came out from my mouth was, wow. But by the time it was all said and done, 500 of them came to Christ. And then we baptized about 375 of them in the River Nile. And then when we went to the River Nile to begin to baptize, we prayed over the river. And as we began to baptize, so many of them were learning the Spirit. Some of them were manifesting demonically. And what amazed me was that the joy of the salvation of Jesus, because in that place, the gospel was not as rampant as you can see in other places of the world. But after these young men and women received Jesus Christ, and as we loaded them up going to the River Nile, it was just, they were chanting in the cars. You know, I have pictures of that. I said, God, thank you, thank you, thank you.